Guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Obviously, myself, Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. So, talking about Grapplefest 11. So, Grapplefest 11 is going to be at the usual place, so Fusion Nightclub, Fleet Street in Liverpool. Now, that's going to be Saturday, the 26th of February. Now, doors open, I believe, around about 3-ish, so I think it's about 3, half 3. First fight is going to be at 4 o'clock. As I keep mentioning, Grapplefest is very punctual, so Chris runs a tight ship over there at Grapplefest. So first fight more than likely will kick off at 4 o'clock. So make sure you do get yourselves in there early. Make sure you get a good space because there's going to be some fantastic matchups on that night. So it's going to be Daisy Fresh versus Europe. So Daisy Fresh coming over with a team of savages, bringing over some of the top guys that they have coming out of that gym. And obviously, you've got them up against some of the top talent in Europe as well. So, going to have prelims and obviously a main event as well. Now, tickets are all sold out, guys. So, you might be lucky. Your fighters might have a ticket or two left. If not, the best place to go is Flow Grappling. Make sure when you do go on Flow Grappling that you are picking the monthly option. I don't want to see on the UK Underground on fucking Sunday morning that somebody's paid £114 for one event. So make sure you choose the monthly option. I think it's about £12. I'm sure it's about £12 a month, £14 a month. So yeah, if you want to cancel it after that, you can do so. If not, obviously you'll have full grappling for a year. So so my next guest is going to be on the show that night. So my next guest is Ryan Graham. So Ryan comes out of ZR team in Gloucester, so top team in Gloucester also. Ryan is going to be up against Lewis Ridley. So Lewis, I believe, under Real Grappling, so under Ian Butland. So that's Real Grappling north of England. So Ryan, listen, absolute pleasure, buddy, to have you on. How you doing?
Yeah, thank you.
But it's good to see you looking well.
Yeah, getting there, mate. It's feeling good. Everything's going well. You know, it's a bit of a bit of a weight cut, but that's going a lot better than planned.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I said, no versus safe, if you like. Do you know what I mean? That's a bit of a, looking forward to getting out there. It's something I've been trying to get on Grapplefest for a while. You know what I mean? And I was told what was needed. Went out there, done it, and now I've got my chance. Now it's like I said, go out there, show what I can do, and perform, and I'll go from there, and see what happens next.
Grapplefest awesome as well. I mean, Grapplefest, obviously they've been going around a few years now, but they seem to be getting better and better and better.
Every show, mate, it just tops itself. Chris and the guys in the team they top it every time. You know what I mean? The last couple of cards, you're thinking, they couldn't get much better than that, and now they just pulled this out the bag, and mate, do you know what I mean? Grapplefest speaks for himself. There's levels to it, and like the whole card, the prelims to the main event is, do you know what I mean? You can make it up. Couldn't make it up, and like I said, they pulled it out the bag, and you know what I mean? It's amazing. You know what I mean? Struggling for words to describe it. It's everything you want and everything you want to be a part of. So,
yeah. And I know your matchup was what, just around about just after the middle of the prelims. So it means you're going to get to sit back, chill, watch the kind of main events, obviously the main card and stuff like that, and just relax and obviously see some of these guys.
Yeah, it's like I said, the chance to be a part, even though it's the prelims, it's the chance to be a part of a card of this caliber is insane. So to be a part of it and then to be able to perform on it and sit back and relax, watch the rest of it and watch these world class players go at it is, do you know what I mean? It's a privilege itself, And as I said, it speaks for itself and what a night's going to be, So looking forward to it.
Definitely. Look, promised to be an absolute awesome night. I mean, see, when I look at the prelim as well, I mean, I've said this a few times. You look at that prelim card, and that can be a card in itself. So take the main card away. I mean, that prelim, I mean, some of the people you've got on that, again, we're talking about some of the top grapplers, not just in the UK, America, and stuff like that as well. So, so it's a scary prelim, scary prelim.
It's got the potential to be a main card anywhere. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that, as you just said then, hit the nail on the head, the fact that it's the prelims, it sets the standard straight away, And like I said, performing on that prelims or main card is, you know what I mean? To be a part of it and, like I said, go out there, explode in front of that crowd, because I know the crowd and the atmosphere in Fusion is incredible. It's you can't really put words to it. No.
It's an awesome atmosphere as well, because obviously I don't know if you've been at a Grapplefest before, but when you go in, and obviously you've got the mats, so anybody that's never been, I mean, you've got the mats there, and you've got everybody surrounding the mats. You've got stairs above the mats where people are on the stairs, and there's booths at the side. People are in the booths, and everybody's on top of the action. Do you know what I mean?
Mate, again, you look at other shows and there's a good, you know what I mean, 5, 10 meters away from it, as you just said, you know,
Yeah.
they're there, they're on top of you, and if you don't perform or your match ain't as exciting as what it could be or should be, that's, do you know what I mean? The crowd will soon let you know, and that's
Yeah,
what,
yeah,
I mean, I think gives a lot of people the energy to then push that bit harder, or, do you know what I mean, take that extra risk. Because you
yeah,
ain't just, you know what I mean, competing to stay on the future card or to move up into a main card position, but you're also trying to impress, well, I wouldn't say impress staff, but impress the crowd and give them what they're paying for, you know?
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's the only way to do it, is by taking the risks and, yeah, just going out there and just taking the risk and enjoying it and having fun.
yeah, definitely. So, what about you then? So, how did you find out yourself then that you were going to be on Grapplefest?
Well, like I said, I know what it takes to get on a show of that sort of magnitude, and the fact that, like I said, they've linked up with Flow, and
Yeah,
again, just being on Flow alone is, do you know what I mean? It's something in itself. But I just, like I said, just been busting my ass, like I said, competing like a lunatic, just doing the best I can, getting myself out there, trying to grow. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? And taking on, like I said, taking on a few coaching roles, trying to express myself a bit more, and
mhm,
like I said, put my name forward with obviously Chris and the team, whatnot, got the nods, and quite well. In all fairness, I was out on a bit of a work stew for Christmas before, got the
yeah,
message come through, and that was it. Like, you know, it's just, yeah, just excitement. Obviously, the nerves obviously were there,
yeah,
but at the same time, it's with everything coming on at the start of the year, obviously in the personal life or whatnot,
yeah,
it's something to focus on and something
yeah,
I can actually put all my energy into and get the reward out of it as well, which is what I'm looking forward to the most. But yeah, just like I said, Chris giving them nod saying, right, this is your man, to
yeah,
take or leave it. You know, you only get one shot, you got to take it. And yeah,
yeah,
you take the excitement. Well, I still can't believe it now that I'm on. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to be on the likes of Flow,
yeah,
Grapplefest, and being given that shot, because I know not not other than Polaris down south, there's not a massive amount of shows, sub only invitationals, if you like. And
yeah,
obviously, the Grapplefest being one of, if not the biggest in Europe.
mhm,
Yeah,
mhm,
you know, it's just being able to say I was a part of that card speaks for itself, you know, and it's something I'm proud of, but it's something now I can then work to the next level
yeah,
and push even further past that and get on or move up again. Obviously, I know everybody wants to, you know, get on Polaris, get on Grapplefest, but I'm, like I said, now part of Grapplefest, I want to then, do you know what I mean, be a household name within
yeah,
Grapplefest, and then obviously, hopefully, lead and, like I said, do well, X amount of events and whatnot, and then, like I said, lead on to bigger stuff.
yeah,
But
yeah,
obviously, Grapplefest is the place to be. It's the organisation to get onto and get involved in.
yeah.
So yeah, it's made the excitement's incredible. To be fair.
It must be a buzz as well, because I know that I've spoke to a few people and they said that, like you said, you were out on a what's do, or people have been out doing whatever, they've been out
Mm-hmm.
shopping or so on, and they get that text message or that
Yeah,
Facebook message from Chris, and they're like, yes, and
yeah,
I spoke to someone, where were they? I'm sure they were at the shops, and they let out a big scream in the shops to say, yes, I'm going to be on it, and obviously people are looking like,
yeah.
what's happening? He's like,
What's the fear
I'm
of
going to be
doing
on
that? Yeah.
Grapplefest.
Well, I can't lie. The first thing I did is I screenshot the message
Yeah,
and the conversation I had with Chris, sent it to my partner,
yeah,
and yeah, she knows it's something that I've been working towards, something I wanted to do, and like I said, got the nod.
yeah,
Like I said, it's almost like obviously she does take a bit of an interest. She doesn't obviously train jiu-jitsu or whatnot, but
yeah.
being a part of, do you know what I mean, being a part of my life sort of thing, the interest is there, so she knows, and she knows what it means to me to be able to do it. So bless her, she's pulling all the stop plate to make sure I'm ready for it. Do you know what I mean? And I can be the best I can be, sort of thing, like, you know. So,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Obviously, hats off to my partner and whatnot for it, but yeah, make this, like I said, that message, I think is the best message I've ever had come through. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
incredible.
Definitely a big shout out to the jiu-jitsu wives or husbands or girlfriends, boyfriends or whatever, because without you guys, man, we wouldn't be able to do this stuff.
No,
So,
that mate,
uh,
definitely, yeah, definitely not, definitely
do you know what I
not.
mean? I've been at home broken. I've come home from training or competitions and stuff like that, and you've been broken, man. You've been on the couch, and yeah,
Oh,
man, they're
massively,
always
like,
there.
yeah.
They're always there. So yeah, big shout out to these guys, because as I say, without you guys, none of this would be possible.
Oh,
So
mate, no, no chance, no chance.
And then what about obviously your opponent then? So Lewis, we were talking about this. Lewis is a bit of a ghost. Obviously not on social media. I know that I do speak with Ian Buckland. I spoke to him the last time. I think Lewis was on the last time. So we did speak to Ian Buckland about him. So we got the lowdown. We got the lowdown on what Lewis was like. Plus we got to see him at Grapplefest. I think he got a submission win on Grapplefest.
Yeah, well, that's one of the videos I've managed to pull off. Obviously, online just to try and have a bit of a look. And instead, obviously, you got the sort of the heel, inside heel hook finish. Not being funny, it's a submission a lot of people do use. You know, I just hope, obviously, like I said, he brings that sort of intensity and that sort of energy to our match, because it's, like I said, prelim or not, it ain't gonna be one to turn a bat an eyelid on. No way.
Yeah. And that's one thing about you. I mean, you like to be out competing. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, we see anybody that's got Ryan on social media, you can see for yourselves, obviously, competition pictures and so on. So you actually love going out and competing. And I say, you, whether it be in a gi or no gi, I mean, you don't really care.
Mate, grappling's grappling. Jiu-jitsu's jiu-jitsu, you know? I don't mind the gi. Like I said, I prefer the no gi side of it. Just, like I said, the pace of the matches, the training, and no gi's more exciting to watch. But yeah, if we take gi or no gi, I'll take it. But the preference, by all means, is no gi is the preference. I mean, if I got a chance to do a no gi, I'd rather take that over. Do you know what I mean? Put real pajamas on. But you know, everyone's got to start somewhere, and obviously, it's normally is the gi. So like I said, gi no gi, I'll take whatever comes. And, do you know what I mean? So I'm confident enough to be able to do anything in any format, any rule set, gi no gi. Let me have it. You know.
What do you fancy? I mean, obviously, because I know that you've done, obviously you've got submission onlys, and then obviously you've done the competitions where there's point systems and stuff like that. I mean, what do you prefer?
Like I said, I've gone over the past year or so more sub only. Just because the rule set's a lot better, it's more entertaining. And I don't mind the points, but then with the point side of it, you've got the stalling, and do you know what I mean? It's the pace. I like to keep the pace. And do you know what I mean? If the pace is there in the match, anything can happen. But rule set wise, it's got to be a sub only rule set. Your ADCC rule set. The points, if they're there. But to me, like I said, it's all about submission. If I can't get it, you can't get it. You win on points. Is what it is. Excuse my language. Tough shit. Better luck next time. But it's it's definitely got to be the sub only.
It's a big thing at the moment as well. Sub only. I mean, as they and jiu-jitsu goes through stages. I mean, you'll probably know this as well. Been in the game for a number of years. One year it could be everybody's doing gi stuff, submissions. 1 year at the moment, obviously footlocks and stuff like that are the big thing at the moment. A couple of years ago, it was rear naked chokes. A couple of years before that, it was arm bars. So jiu-jitsu, that's the evolution of jiu-jitsu. It's always evolving and always changing.
Oh, massively. It's like I said, right? Exactly. You know what I mean? It's now it's the Barambolos. But look, do you know what I mean? Little Mikey bring the Barambolos through. I think it's not look. It's now going more to the sub only rule set. Because it's more exciting. The rule set. Do you know what I mean? Submissions you're allowed to do that you can't do in a gi. You know the fact that you've got to go for a submission, or it comes down to a rest decision, and not being funny, nobody wants that. But you know yourself, if you've got to be more active, pushing the pace to get that rest decision. If it's like within the fight, if you're not pushing that pace, you haven't won. Why leave it to the man in the middle when it should be effectively? So, do you know what I mean? Between the two fighters and that. So it's evolving massively, and it's like I said, it's something to be good to be a part of. Just being a part of it and watching it grow. You know what I mean? There's new people nowadays. You know how it is. Like, I've seen this on YouTube. I want to learn it. Come to the classes. You know what I mean? You start off with everyone knows the crap. You know what I mean? Start with the basics, and then you start getting to the good stuff. And it's the same with anything, really.
I always say to my teammates, I'm like, see if I'm ever in a competition and you ever see me bearing bolo, I'm a super heavyweight. It was definitely an accident. It definitely wasn't me. So,
love it.
bearing bolo is definitely nothing that I'm going to be. I'm 44-year-old as well, so I'm definitely, if I bearing bolo, mate, I'm in the hospital for a week, definitely.
Mate, I've seen him go wrong. I have seen him go wrong, and it's not for the faint-hearted. I must say, it's not something easy to do. But I think if you pull it off, do you know what I mean? You're the next big thing, if you like, So,
Listen, if you pull it off, man, you look awesome. If you do it wrong, man, we've seen some competitions where guys have attempted to bearing bolo, and I don't know what they did, man, but it wasn't a bearing bolo. So.
no, you can't help but laugh. You know what I mean? You can't help but laugh at it, but at the same time,
Yeah.
kudos to them to even trying it. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
it's all good trying it in the gym, but if you can't try it and pull it off against somebody that's trying to submit you,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
you know, back to the drawing board and start again. You know, but yeah, it is good to watch when someone does try pulling stuff off like that.
Definitely, definitely. And then, what about you then? Obviously, 2022. So I know we spoke a few things, talked about obviously what kind of things you want to do. So Grapplefest 11, obviously your main focus. Once
Yeah,
you've got that out of the way, what do you see yourself doing?
well, as soon as Grapplefest out the way, my partner's due to pop with my second child.
I saw
So
that. Yeah, I saw that.
you know what I mean? So yeah, it's like I said, all eyes and focus on Grapplefest at the moment.
Yeah,
Get obviously do that. Mrs. Potts was obviously our daughter. Settle down for. Do you know what I mean? I'd say a couple of weeks, but I'd say about a week. She'll end up kicking in the ass for it. You know what I mean? Sort of thing as they
yeah,
do, you know. But yeah, Grapplefest, trying to get back on Grapplefest again
yeah,
would be with one of the main goals. But again, like a lot of people, it's the next stage. You know what I mean? Obviously, Grapplefest, Polaris.
yeah,
That is somewhat of ever since I started jiu-jitsu. That is has always been the main thing is to be good enough to be able to get on there.
yeah,
That is the
yeah,
main thing. But at the same time, Grapplefest is on par with. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
just becoming like a household name within,
yeah,
like I said, Grapplefest in particular, an event like I said, trying to get over onto Polaris. That's the main goal for whether it's 22, 23, or 24 in the
yeah,
next years to come. You know, as long as I'm training, that's the main focus. That's where I want to get to, and that's where I want to be. You know, so yeah, that is
definitely.
definitely my way forward. Hopefully.
Well, listen, I know
Yeah.
that the guys that I said this to you before we started, obviously we had Owen on, and then I know that the guys at Polaris, as I say, they might not admit it, but they watch. Do you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so they definitely watch. So guys, if you're looking out, as I said, the guys that we bring on this show are all ready to go at a
Oh,
moment's
massively.
notice,
Yeah.
and Ryan's
Massively.
no different. I mean, Ryan, as they will, and again, we spoke about this throughout this conversation, even before we came on. Ryan will fight anybody at any time.
I
I'd
mate.
say,
Do you know what I mean? It's well, don't mean shit really, do they? You know,
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
you know what I mean. What's it going to do when it's wrapped around your waist? It's
yeah,
I know I can hold my own. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, I don't need to keep bringing him up, but with Owen, do you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
a nice steady match, but the better bloke won. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Multiple times, and not being funny, the credentials he's got. You know what I mean? It speaks for himself. So he's up there with the best, especially in the UK. You
yeah,
know, and like I said, I'm more than happy to go whether, like I said, being a purple belt, whether it's black, brown, white, blue. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? It doesn't
yeah,
matter what colour. If you're ready to have a go, do you know what I mean? Let's have a go.
definitely,
Let's get it like do you know what I mean? Get it organised. Let's have a crack and make the best man win. But 100%
definitely.
always ready to step in. Always.
Listen, I love that attitude. I definitely love that. I mean, that's because you do see it a lot. I mean, even guys grappling, they go in and they see their opponent or they know their
Mm,
opponent, who their opponent is, and they get worried about it. And you're like, do
yeah.
you know what? We do this every day in the gym. So we've all got people in the gym who are absolute savages in the gym.
Yeah.
They'll kick everybody's ass. So whoever you're standing in front of, are they any worse than the guy that you train with, or
No.
are they scarier than any of the people you? Of course, they're not, man. So that's
No.
why I love that attitude. Where like, do you know what? Bring it
Is what
on,
it is.
man.
Yeah,
Anybody
exactly
at
that.
all.
It is what it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It is if you're it's either do you know what I mean? It's either your day or it's not. If it's not your day, but do you know what I mean? Back to the gym, get ready for the next
yeah,
one. If it's
definitely,
if it's your day, it's your day, and that's what we were trained for. To get
definitely.
opportunities like this, take the most of it. Do you know what I mean? Go out, show what we can do, and let's crack on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's 100% like I said. The fire's always there. Do you know what I mean? It's always ready to go.
Absolutely love it, mate. I love it. And then final thing for you, then, Ryan. So obviously you've been in the game for a few years.
Mm.
I know we had a conversation. Your kind of journey into jiu-jitsu very very similar to mine. So we did have that conversation. We won't mention the
Yeah.
conversation, but very very similar to me. So yeah, anybody you want to shout out to? So any kind of friends, family
Uh,
members, teammates.
everyone at ZR team, people I train with, top team MMA in Gloucester. Shout out to all the guys in there. You know, putting their bodies in the way to allow me to train, get ready, the
Yeah,
preparation. Shout out to my missus. Do you know what I mean? Obviously with the kids and whatnot, and being
yeah,
heavily pregnant, still making sure everything's there for me.
yeah.
Shout out to the guys, obviously my day job, the guys I work with, me
Mhm.
training like a lunatic, and then going back into work. Do you know what I mean? Doing my day job and being, excuse my language, being absolutely shattered, and they're still putting up with me, you know. And yeah, do you know what I mean? Everybody that's been a part. Like I said, they know who they are. They're part
Yeah,
of the journey. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're alone when you're on the mat outside, like I said, to shout to everybody that knows who I am, who's helped me train. Like I said, I can't thank you all enough, and this is my chance tonight. We pay you. Do you know what I mean? Get on the Grapplefest and get that win for you. So yeah, shout out to everybody.
That's a good thing as well. I mean, a lot of guys go on Grapplefest, and like you'll maybe go on yourself, but then obviously the next time there might be a couple of your teammates with you, and so on and so on, because it happens. As I say, we see a lot of that. We saw that with obviously Owen when Owen was supposed to be on, but obviously got that cut on his head. But then Owen got a couple of his teammates on, and then obviously Ellis Younger had a couple of his teammates on, and so on and so on. So yeah, listen, obviously you going in there the next time, I'd say we might see you and a couple of boys from Top Team or ZR coming with you.
100%. There's plenty of them, and I know there's a lot of them that be. Do you know what I mean? They'd take that chance at your heartbeat. They wouldn't be let down. They wouldn't let anybody down, and they put on the show. You know, like I said, I'm just lucky enough to be in this sort of position. So yeah, like I said, everybody, ZRs, this after guys, they're not to be taken lightly. Whether how big or small they are, they're savages, you know. So like I said, hopefully I can show what it's about, what we're about, and what we do down at Top Team, and you know what I mean, put on a good show for everybody, and go from there, you know. So yeah, massive.
Yeah, I love the guys at ZR, obviously Alan and Max and so on. Obviously Zira Diola, obviously had some chats with him as well. Awesome people, really, really awesome people. And what ZR's doing, obviously before the lockdown, ZR was picking up, they were moving very, very fast. Obviously the lockdown kind of slowed it down a bit, but obviously now that 2022 is here, I'm expecting ZR team to pick up where they left off from.
They'll be taking over a few team trophies this year. That's for sure. That ain't no doubt whatsoever. There's a good handful of guys that are leading the way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Especially the black belts, ZR black belts and their brown belts, they're leading the way for us. Do you know what I mean? That's white, blues, and purples coming through.
Yeah.
So do you know what I mean? If we can emulate after what they've done, we're moving in the right direction, you know. So
definitely. Fantastic team, absolutely love ZR. So, and then we've got a comment coming in. Obviously, comment coming in there from Abdul Patel saying, "Good luck, Rai Beast Mode."
Yes, bro. Cheers, my man. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Cheers,
So
mate. Yeah, I've known Abdul for a few years. Trained with him a few times as well. Yeah, it's savage. Straight up,
definitely.
That's in the purple bat as well, dude.
Yep. so yeah, listen, Abdul's obviously 100% behind you, Ryan. So, so guys, listen, it's going to be Grapplefest 11, 26th of February. So that's Saturday, 26th of February. As I say, going to be Fusion Nightclub, Fleet Street in Liverpool. Tickets are all sold out. I don't know if you've any left, Ryan.
No, as soon as they come through the door, it was literally 24 hours. Gone.
That was the thing, people as in, I don't think any fighters, I think I've spoke to maybe a couple of fighters who hadn't sold their tickets, but every other fighter's done, as I said.
Mate, if I could get round on another 10, 20 tickets, mate, they'd be gone. I've got people still messaging me through social media. Have you got any left? And I had one that take 5 tickets off me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's one to be missed. If you don't watch it, you're gonna miss out on. Do you know what I mean? A special night, that's for sure.
Definitely. So get on Flow Grappling, guys. As I said, make sure you choose that monthly option. As I said, if you come to me and say, Stoomboy, I got charged 114 quid. Well, I've been telling you this on every single video. Make sure you choose the monthly option. But it's going to be an awesome night. Daisy Fresh versus Europe. And obviously a prelim card that in itself could be a main card. So it's going to be obviously Ryan Graham. Ryan Graham is going to be up against Lewis Ridley. So again, we're looking forward. We're looking forward to this. So Ryan, listen, absolute pleasure, buddy, to speak to you.
No, pleasure's all mine, Steve. Thank you. Cheers. I appreciate that.
Problem. Guys,
don't be silly. Make sure you tune in.
Definitely. So, but I'll see you on the night. I'll be there. So I'll see you on the night. Definitely. So I'll be backstage. So I'll grab a chat with you. And yeah, listen, good luck on the night. Stay safe, buddy. All right, stay safe. Stay away from COVID. Stay away from COVID, buddy. All right. Take it easy, bro. Bye-bye.
Cheers, mate.